a little bit of a rant video. This is really off the cuff, really random, but this is sort of like kind of unplanned, and I'm just kind of gonna go with things as I speak here. So, yeah, if I ramble a lot and it sounds like this video's voiceover is a lot more badly paced, like my older content, that's why. I'm just speaking from the heart and kind of going as I go. But, I want to talk about one of my older videos, and that's the ranking every Kermal video, okay? And this might be really random to a lot of you. This is a video a lot of people on my channel might not have even thought about in a while, because for the longest time it's been unlisted and shoved into a playlist titled Videos I'm Not Proud of Anymore. This was my 5,000 subscriber special, which, by the way, just putting this out there, this video is not my 15,000 subscriber special. I'm working on a special video for 15,000. Stay tuned for that. But, this is just like a thing I wanted to talk about, because I was watching a video, I forget the channel name, whatever, I'll throw an image of it on screen. I'll throw this in an editing software just to sort of put that in. I have to put gameplay footage over this anyway, but I was watching a video of a guy who had beaten every single Kermal level with every single coin, and he had given his opinion on them. And I agreed with most of what he said in that video. Keeping in mind, as of recording this, I haven't actually finished it. I think I'm like a quarter of the way through. But so far, I agree with most of what he said. But I couldn't stop thinking about my own video while watching this. It was just kind of nagging at me, because I hate my Kermal video more than any other video that I have ever unlisted and shoved into that playlist. A lot of videos that are in there because I just don't like the idea of them anymore. Like, a lot of the videos would be, a drama's happening on GD Twitter, what are my thoughts on it? And I find that cringe, but the Kermal video actually eats away at me. It is actually painful, because it is one of my most poorly researched and poorly aged videos. It's horrible. Not only did I misunderstand the context of several of the levels that were released, but I also didn't know anything about the levels. And on top of that, if you know anything about Kermal, or as I'm going to start calling him throughout the rest of this video, Karma L, yes, that's another little jab I'm going to make at myself. I am aware now that it's supposed to be pronounced Karma L, and I have been pronouncing it Kermal my whole life. I genuinely didn't know. So that's problem number one, is that I'm mispronouncing Karma L throughout the entire fucking video. But making things even more infuriating is just how badly I misrepresent half these levels. I talked about, like, I haven't seen the video in ages, and I haven't rewatched it for this, but I don't need to, because I remember a lot of the painful shit. If I remember correctly, I didn't understand the context of Alone by Kermal, which was that it was basically someone else's level, and Kermal just slapped a little tiny bit into it so that way he could call himself part of a collab and get his first rate, which is why the straight fly comes out of nowhere. It's not random, it's literally just because he put it in there to have his name in the level so he could put it on his account and get his first rate. I also didn't understand that Low Death was not created to make fun of High Life. It was just kind of a light parody, because Karma L and the creator of Low Death are apparently... Well, the creator of Low Death, wow. The creator of High Life and Karma L are apparently friends, and I didn't know that, so... You know, all of the things of me taking Low Death as a parody way too fucking seriously is just painfully cringe, because Karma L likes High Life, so it's really not him being a dick. There's also, if I remember correctly, it was Manix, that's what it was, or M-A-N-I-X, that level. So I got mad at Manix because all he did, like, this is a quote, this isn't my thoughts now, all he did was take a copy of Manix by Manix and turn it invisible. But what I did not know is that Manix by Manix came after Manix by Kermal. The first one was the one to have no gameplay, so knowing that, it's actually kind of a really good sequel to Invisible Deadlocked. Invisible Deadlocked is another. I don't even remember what I said about Invisible Deadlocked, but I bet I disagree with it, because now I gotta say, Invisible Deadlocked is actually one of Karma L's best levels. It's one of his lowest efforts. It's, you know, design-wise a piece of shit, but oddly, if you actually, like, open your mind to it, and you're not super close-minded like everyone in this community seems to be with Invisible Deadlocked, if you actually sit down and play Invisible Deadlocked and start learning it, it's actually a really fun, sort of subversive memory level. You have to treat it like it's not Deadlocked. You have to treat it like you're learning a new level entirely. If you do back runs on it and you learn it that way, it gets very fun. So, yeah, and my big problem with Karma L as a creator, more than anything, is just that his levels are super fucking weird. That's it. It's not... Like, I don't think any of his levels are bad, but now it's like the only problem I have with all of his levels, but it is persistent across all of them, is that the gameplay's so weird that it borders on jank, and it can be kind of infuriating. But what infuriates me the most about my Karma L tier list video, and what really just eats at me to this day, is that I tried to give opinions on how fun the levels were. Keeping in mind that at the time I was struggling with Lit Fuse and couldn't do it. To this day, I haven't done Lit Fuse, and I have to sort of psych myself up for the potential of picking it back up because it was just too hard for me. So really think about that. If I couldn't do Lit Fuse, why in the holy mother of fuck was I giving gameplay opinions on Heartbeat? How am I... Like, I complained about the robot jumps, and everyone in their fucking mother responded to me saying those jumps aren't that bad. And I'm like, no, they suck. Yeah, of course I think they suck. I can't do Heartbeat. And that's kind of the thing I've realized about Kermal as a creator, is that there are a lot of people who have the same opinion I had in that tier list, and who kind of just agreed with me with that video. And that kind of made me realize what's going on, and that's Karma L's levels are bad until you can play them. And I don't actually mean the levels are bad, I mean, like, that's a mentality thing. What I've realized is that if you aren't good at a Karma L level, you will hate the Karma L level. But if you're actually good enough to beat it, it'll suddenly become one of the most fun levels you'll ever played. It's not just an accessibility thing. All of Karma L's levels, enjoyability-wise, are skill-gated. So if you're not good enough to beat Lit Fuse, you're probably going to hate all of Karma L's levels. And it's just... I hate that I made this video. Like, just on premise alone, because I don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to giving opinions on the playability of Karma L levels. Now, you know, just so this video isn't just me bashing my own video, I will say, on the positive end of things, I personally feel like as a content creator I've improved a lot since then. I try to avoid giving gameplay opinions on levels that I can't play, which should have been the bare fucking minimum when I made that video, but hey, you live and you learn, I guess. But on top of that, I'm way more open-minded. I put a lot more effort into researching the context in which a level was released. Things will slip through the cracks, and I'll have a bad take here and there, although, you know, bad take seems to mean something completely different from me than it does the rest of the community. For me, bad takes are takes that are uneducated, where I say something and it's just blatantly wrong and I'm spreading misinformation, right? And I feel like I will have one or two of those occasionally. Like, you can't avoid that. But if they ever do happen, criticize me. I'd like to know. Just let me know if I say something and it is false, because then I can correct it. And I gotta thank everyone who pointed out all of the flaws with that video, because that's like the one silver lining to the Karma L video, is that it led me to knowing all this shit. Like, it led me to knowing about, you know, fucking MINAX coming first. It led to me knowing about, the weird situation with, fucking... was it Conical Depression being an extended challenge or whatever. And that's the other thing. I have improved at this game, and so while I still don't have a proper leg to stand on, my opinions with Karma L's levels are way more educated now than they were then, And two things come from that. The first is that I actually know what I'm talking about when I talk about a level like Conical Depression. Conical Depression is funny because I like the level now. That level, everything after the pre-drop, I want to say like 20 to 100, is the most fun level you'll ever play, and its only flaw is that the pre-drop sucks because it's way harder than everything else. Which, I don't think that would have been my opinion back then, so I have no fucking clue. But like, it's just odd, because I feel like I have all these different opinions on Kermal now, to the point where if I listen to myself speak or remember what I said in that video, it's like listening to a completely different person's opinions who disagrees with you. You know what I mean? It's just odd. It's really fucking odd. And, if I made a Kermal tier list, or sorry, I still do it. I'm trying to catch myself on it, but I've been saying Kermal my whole life, so it's actually hard. If I made a Karma L tier list now, right, I want to say every single level would be at least B tier or higher. I don't think I'd put much low. Even the joke levels, like, don't rate this level's end clicks are hard, but, like, I don't get why the rate needs to affect that, especially because the end clicks being hard is actually kind of charming and adds a lot to the level. I wouldn't knock the level for that like I did back then, and, yeah, I don't know. This is just a lot of thoughts that have been flowing through my head. I just wanted to rant a little bit. I know this is a very random video, and I know this isn't a very structured video. I just wanted to get these thoughts out, but yeah, that is all the things I think about that video. That video fucking sucks, and, yeah. Thank you for watching.